We all know that cereal is the king of breakfast, but the king of dessert? I've already taught you how to mix your cereals, but now I'm going to teach you how to mix your cereals with ice cream and have the best desserts you've ever had. Have you ever been to a Mexican restaurant and had that delicious fried ice cream? And you think, my God, this is great, but I can never get that taste at home. Oh, you can get that taste at home, and it's really simple. We're going to start with two basic cereals, a little combination of Corn Flakes and Frosted Flakes. So we're going to start with about half Corn Flakes and about half Frosted Flakes. I'm going to throw them all into my mortar and pestle. FYI, I could have used less. And what you want to do is you don't want to crush them all the way. Okay, when you have them down about halfway, we're going to put this in the big bowl. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to take some plain vanilla ice cream. I like to use the Prairie Farms ice cream. I always say go local when it comes to dairy because I want to know that the cows that gave that milk weren't like halfway around the country. I want fresh milk right out of the cow, right into the ice cream. You want to get just a nice healthy scoop. There we go. Look at that. A nice round one. That's like right out of a commercial. And just drop it right in. Take it right around the cereal. Oh my God, that's so nice. That's perfect. That's clinging right to it. Put it in a nice little bowl. I like to take a little drizzle of chocolate on the top if I want to get fancy, and I often do get fancy. Take a little drizzle of the caramel on top, and I promise you that when you taste this, you're going to be tasting that exact crunch that you fell in love with at your favorite Mexican restaurant. Oh my God, that's really good. I may even put a little bit more on there just to enhance the crunch. I feel like I'm in Mexico. We don't need to build a wall. What we need to do is build a delicious bowl of ice cream. I think that's an issue we can all agree on. This you're gonna love. This is a treat that the kids can help prepare. You start off with just regular Rice Krispie treats. You can make these on your own. You can buy them already made. And what you do is you want to cut them, and this you might want to have an adult for. That's going to be the bread of my delicious ice cream and cereal sandwich. On this, I'm just going to use basic Belgian chocolate ice cream, just a nice, honest chocolate. I'm just going to take a nice small scoop, just like that. I'm just going to plop it right there. So I'm going to do a Fruity Pebble and a Cocoa Pebble, totally up to you. But what you want to do is you just close it, press slightly till the chocolate ice cream just sort of comes out the edges, and then just dip it through. And that's it. How easy was that? How delicious is that going to be? Scale of 1 to 10. You got your prediction? Let's find out. If you said 11, you made the right call. Oh my God. Who couldn't do that? You can all do that. We may have to slow down production here while I take a few minutes to finish this. Oh man. Have you ever thought to do this before? Or did I just blow your mind? This next one is a little creation that I call Black Raspberry 3 Ways. But you can do all of these recipes at home with strawberry ice cream if that's your preference. The first one is one I call chocolate-covered raspberries. It sounds romantic because it is. You could get your lover flowers and maybe they'll appreciate it. Give them a bowl of this and see what happens. So the first thing I do, I take some of my favorite Cocoa Puffs. I'm basically just using the mortar and pestle to release a little bit of that chocolatey goodness. See how it's getting right on the top of that? And boom, I call that chocolate-covered raspberry. The second one I call Black Raspberry Squared because I'm taking the fruitiness of the ice cream and I'm taking it up a level with a fruity kind of cereal. I like to use Captain Crunch Oops All Berries. Could you use Fruit Loops? Of course you could, but I'm using these. The thing with Oops All Berries that I have to caution you about is they're generally blue and red and purple and all. That's the color they are when they go in. When they come out, it's all green. Nothing to be afraid of, just something you want to prepare yourself for. Take it all around, get the good dust right across the top. And you see that? That's perfection. The third variation is the one I'm most proud of. For this one, I use the peanut butter Captain Crunch. And the idea here is to make a little something I call peanut butter and jelly. You think to yourself, raspberry and peanut butter? Oh yeah, think of raspberry jam and peanut butter. Of all of the cereals, this is the one that has one of the best smells. Oh man. Oh, if I could just, it's fantastic. It smells like peanut butter and heaven and a newborn puppy. Look at that. I'm gonna taste all three of these things. See if I get that peanut butter and jelly essence. That's really good. And you know, that black raspberry ice cream, like I said, I'll never go back to strawberry. Well, the thing with the cereal is, it's not just giving it flavor. It's giving it crunch. It's giving it texture. This is the black raspberry squared, the all fruit enhanced. You know, the doctors say we're supposed to get a certain amount of servings of fruits and vegetables every day. Now, I know I'm not getting any of the vegetables in, but I'm pretty sure this counts as like 4 fruits. So, pretty healthy. Man, that's good. And this one, and who wouldn't like this? It's just good old-fashioned chocolate-covered delicious. If you've never thought to use cereal on ice cream, what have you been doing your whole life? I mean, this is where you need to be. We've all had classic pie a la mode, right? Start with the delicious piece of apple pie. They use a nice vanilla. I'm gonna show you how to take it to the next level. Oh, look at that. Already that looks delicious, but not as delicious as it's gonna be when we hit it with the Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Take a little bit of the Cinnamon Toast Crunch and release the Crouppen, release the flavor. We're gonna take that, just hit the top of that there. A little bit of that cinnamon, a little bit of that toast, a little bit of that crunch. Let's give that a taste. First of all, that's beautiful. That, if they gave that to you in a restaurant, you'd say, that's a great restaurant, I'm coming back. Let's just see how that goes. Because the one thing pie a la mode is missing usually is a little bit of crunch. That is delicious. Now, I know what you're saying to yourself. You're saying, Ed, that's all well and good. But what if I don't have an apple pie? I've got a solution for you. Voila. Start with just a bowl. Let's get, and of course you can do a big pile of ice cream. Don't feel limited by my display. This is for demonstrative purposes only. What I do is I start with a little bit of Apple Jacks. You just want to take it down to get a little bit of that flavor out. I put that right on top of the ice cream. And then on this, I don't even really have to mortar and pestle the Cinnamon Toast Crunch on this. Let's just put that in there. And this is a little something I call Sans Apple Pie a la mode, which is pie a la mode without pie. Man, I can promise you probably have never done this before. And I can also promise you'll be going to the supermarket tonight. Little prediction. The word genius gets thrown around a lot in this world. This guy's a genius, that guy's a genius. I guess decide for yourself. It's wrong to call yourself a genius, but sometimes it's just the only word that makes sense. God, that's genius. If you want to declare to the world that you too are a licensed cereal mixologist, the best way to do it is to wear one of our t-shirts. With one of our t-shirts, they know that you don't just support cereal, but you're also supporting the great charities that we're giving 100% of the profits to. I got nothing.
Ladies and gentlemen, two-time Emmy winner, Ed Crouppen.